No one really prepares you for how painful growth can be. Sometimes becoming a better version of yourself means you have to let go of who you used to be. If you're new here, my name is Rona. I share honest conversations about growth, life, and becoming. Over the past months, I've been learning something uncomfortable. Growth doesn't just mean getting better. Sometimes it means outgrowing people you really love. These are people you've bonded with for years. Sometimes that's what it means to grow. Sometimes it means losing your old habits, things you're used to doing. Sometimes that's what it means, things that you are comfortable doing. Sometimes growth means you have to let go of those habits. You have to really become someone new. That's what sometimes growth means. It requires you to outgrow versions of yourself that made you feel safe. That's how painful it can be. It's really painful. I had to ask myself questions I didn't want to answer. Questions like, am I staying in places just because I'm familiar with them? Yeah, sometimes I had to ask myself that, because you can be in a place because you feel like you're used to being there. You can also be with a partner. This could be a relationship. It could be like a long-term relationship. And sometimes during growth, sometimes you have to really ask yourself, are you with that person because you're familiar with him and you're scared to move on to another person because you're not familiar with new people? Like, sometimes you have to ask yourself, are you in these old places? Are you with these people you've been with for years and years because you're just familiar with them? Is that why you're with them? So sometimes you have to ask yourself such questions, and it's going to help you to really reflect on why you are in those old places, why you are still with those people. Sometimes they are toxic, but if you ask yourself those questions, it's going to help you to reflect on why you are actually with those people. And that can only happen when you accept to grow as a person. Yes, you have to lose those people. It's painful, but yeah, that's what happens when you decide to grow. Growth is painful. I also had to ask myself, am I comparing my life to other people's lives because I don't trust my path? Yeah, and I realized probably that's why, because we can't see the future. Only God can see the future. So sometimes it's quite hard to trust your own path when other people are moving differently. It's hard because you don't know where, sometimes you don't even know where you're going. Yeah, God has a plan, but you can't tell as a person. So if you don't really ask yourself those questions, you will not know why you're not growing, why you're comparing your life to others. And when I started answering those questions, I realized what I had to do. Yeah, so it starts with asking yourself why you're doing certain things that are hindering your growth. And when you get the answers to those questions, it's going to help you on your growth journey. Letting go doesn't always feel powerful. Sometimes it feels lonely. You start noticing that you are not laughing at the same jokes anymore. Your priorities start changing, and not everyone understands that. But I'm learning that becoming someone new requires you grieving who you are. And that's okay. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to feel the pain. It's okay to accept the discomfort. It's okay to grieve. Yeah, you shouldn't just act like everything is okay, like the process is okay. Like, you shouldn't just, numb the pain. No, you should actually accept that, yeah, it's painful. It's not easy. So you have to accept such things for you to grow. And it's okay. We shouldn't just act like, oh, it's okay. When it's not. So you have to grieve losing your past self, because you really love your past self. Yeah, compared to this new you, because you don't know how this new you is going to cope with the new changes. You don't know how they are. You don't know if you're going to be happy. You don't know when you're going to be happy, because sometimes if you don't grow, you tend to do whatever you want. You tend to just live like life the way you want. Like you don't really care much, changing old habits, like you're just, free. But growing requires you to lose that part of yourself, to lose that old version of yourself that has been having fun, that has been, so there is a lot you have to lose. So it's okay, it can be painful, and it's okay to grieve it. That's what I'm learning. With time, you're going to be okay. Personally, I started realizing that I didn't want to live in comparison anymore. I didn't want to feel behind in life anymore. I didn't. But it's only after I accepted that I was comparing my life to others, that I was feeling like I'm behind in life. It's only after acknowledging that I started feeling like I don't want to be in that place. I need to change. I need to stop feeling behind. I need to stop comparing my life. I need to trust my own path. I need to trust my direction. So that really helped me to grow. But sometimes I feel like maybe you're actually not losing yourself. Maybe you're just becoming someone you haven't met yet. That feeling of someone you haven't yet met. Probably you are dating them long distance, but you have not really met them. Maybe that's the new version of yourself. Like you're yet to meet your new version. So sometimes maybe it's not losing yourself. Sometimes maybe it's about meeting a better version of you. Like that's how you should look at it, because when you look at it that way, it's going to help you. It's going to really help you a lot in how you look at yourself, in how you look at this journey. It's going to be helpful, because you're actually going to be happy to meet the new version of yourself. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. I hope it was helpful for those who are on this journey and together, so everything is going to be well. Yeah, I'm happy that I'm navigating it with you. Thank you for the support. Yeah, the family is growing. I did my first live video, and yeah, it was good. It was a good experience. Yeah, it was a great experience. And yeah, if you're on this journey, we shall be doing more live videos, hopefully, since I'm just getting used to them. I think maybe once a month, maybe twice a month, so hopefully, yeah, we shall continue growing. Yeah, thank you. Have a good day. Love you all.